Like mic check, mic check. So I feel like I have a lot of stuff to talk about. It's crazy, but I'm sitting here thinking. Okay, I'm currently uploading a video on my other channel, LMK TV. Excuse me. I'm currently uploading on that channel at the moment. It's another Apex video. I want to talk about how important it is to have a mindset like no other human being. But this is probably just gonna come from like my perspective of having a mindset where you are that 1%, that 1% of people who are doing tons, who are doing so much more than others, are. And there's so much factors of having a mindset like the 1%. There's so many factors. I'm not gonna name all of them because I'm not trying to think about it. That's all. That's the only reason I say that. I'm not trying to think about it right now. But it's just so many factors of, when a person has that mindset like the 1%, and then between someone who has a mindset of everybody else that are the 99%. And then it's like being the 1% is so cool. Being the 1% is so cool. And then just me being who I want to be, being who I am, says enough about everything. Just says enough. Which is crazy to say, and it makes you very special too. That you're capable of anything, and you're just you want to build your worth and just build your purpose. It's important to have a mindset where you know that you are being real with yourself, and having that mindset to where you're living in your truth. I keep saying that, I know, but like having that mindset to know you're living in your truth and you're being real with yourself. Because if not, especially with me, like if I knew like I wasn't, and if I didn't have my mindset to where I'm being real myself and I'm being truthful, it just makes me feel empty. It just makes me feel it's gonna make me feel some type of way. But it's important to have a mindset to know where. I already said that. Let me shut up. To a point where, because if I known that I wasn't really living in my truth, like if I know I wasn't being myself, I'll just kind of hold a grudge against that, like for the rest of my life. I know I'll hold a grudge, and I don't like that feeling of holding grudges, holding regrets, resentment, and just like, all them factors of being average. Like just having that factor of being average, it's like it's a disappointment. It's such a disappointment. It's so, I feel like it'll be so bad under my name, and it's like, I would just feel like I would just lose myself almost, and then I would just start to question life, question myself, and I don't want to put any pressure towards that at all. So me starting out content, right? Me starting out content, I okay. So I mean, I say me being a teenager, I wanted to get into social media, like just to just have some type of attention from people, have friends, and then like I really wanted a phone. And then I got inspired watching skits, watching Vine, and then me playing video games. I've always loved playing video games too. And then I was getting to that point where like I was kind of step away from toys, and then I was kind of more just like now I want technology in my hands. I had a DS. I was using that. DSs were fun too. I would voice record myself, take pictures, play games. That was fun. Could have showed that, but I just didn't have a phone at the time. But me, during my teenage years, those were the things I was doing. I did YouTube at first, like I was making skits, but I didn't really post them because they were private. I did talk about this in one of my videos, like me talking about my situation, talking about my life currently to what my situation is now. I did talk about that in that video, but it was just me, like just having I like there's never a time in my life where I wasn't doing anything. There was never a time where like I wasn't doing absolutely nothing with myself. I always had something to do. I was always doing something, and I give myself props for that. I really give myself a round of applause, and just like should be something I should be really proud of. And I never really looked at it because I'm too focused on my other problems that I'm dealing with and the thoughts that I have. That's too much of my I too much focus. I too much like be too focused on that, which is not something to hold because that could be easily be fixed. Like whatever I think about, the problems that I be thinking about, the thoughts that I have, that could easily be fixed. And I rather just focus on just I should be focusing on what I should be appreciating more, like the time I've been appreciative, or the time I had appreciated while still being like young, and then like what I've done so far as me being a child, being appreciative with that time more, and then just look back on me always trying something, and then always got never always been like an average human being. Never been that type to been always never been that type to be a average human being. Um and then also always be positive, and also and then just to also continue to do things that makes me continue to do things that are fun and enjoyable, and then doing these things that brings me joy. And that's where I should be more focused on that. But there's times where it creeps up. There's times I think about it and it does make me feel some type of way. But then like I'm only like that for a couple minutes. So like I think about it for a couple minutes and I'm cool again. I'm okay. That's just a part of me emptying my mind. I don't tend to overthink or even think about anything. I just let things be. And if it comes to me naturally, then I'm taking advantage of it. It's just going to be what it is. Like, I'm not going to go against it. That's just my subconscious. And I'm not going to go against that. So, like, I know I'm thinking about a lot of stuff right now, but it's more of me trying to make progress. Me trying to continue to make progress within myself, almost. But, it's just really important to have a good mindset to where you are living in your truth and you're being real with yourself without playing a certain character in a movie all the time. Because then you're going to tend to lose yourself, and then that could have factors too. That could also have factors too. But like me, getting towards like me about to graduate high school, I kind of had to figure out what I wanted to do in my career. And then there were not jobs, but like I still was kind of unsure. It was getting to a point where I was really unsure what I wanted to do. But then it was like community college, then it was college, university, and then like learning certain majors. Something with art, something with culture, or something with like machinery. Engineering, agriculture, and art. I think those were the three things, but I was still unsure. So it was like I was going with the community college plan, but then like going to the school, I wasn't interested anymore because it looked kind of boring. So I didn't continue with that plan for community college. Then right then and there, like agriculture, I went to clubs for it, but I just stopped. Like having that in mind. But then it was military. Then I realized that wasn't for me. Then I tried university, college, and then I noticed that something happened, and then I had to wait another couple months until the next semester rolled around. But then once that rolled around, I wasn't thinking about college at the time. But it was just like right after that situation where that college told me that, oh, I canceled my registration. They thought I canceled my registration, and I'm like, what? I didn't do that. So that ended up like that ended up me like the class. So classes already started. So now um I can't attend the school now. So then I'm just sitting here like, okay, I want my own place. But then my mom told me I get back into work. So kind of had to search. Kind of went spent like maybe 2 weeks trying to find somewhere to get back to work in. Found a job at Walmart. Found a job at Walmart. Within like 2 months. I meant 2 weeks. I meant. Um, it was just like right at that point. I tried things. They didn't work out for me, and I'm glad for doing that too. I'm really glad that I did that, and then very appreciative for myself even doing that. And then I think I thought about starting to make content. Like I thought about making content, and then like do YouTube. So then I had this thought, but then this thought kind of turned into me like I'm just gonna save money for a PlayStation, and then I got the PlayStation within 2 months, and then I ended up just getting a setup because I feel like I just wanted a setup to start YouTube, and I think like before I even thought of that, like once I noticed that I couldn't go to school because something happened with my fast food. I spent time like trying to find. I spent time like after that trying to find side hustles, and I also spent the time going to these different websites and trying to open up a business. I tried Etsy. I tried another website. I think I forgot what the name was called, and then I tried Shopify. Um, there's like 5 websites I think. There was like 5 websites I think. I was trying to like make an account, trying to make this work in some way, and then I also try to find side hustles. And then for one website you can sell products. Etsy was the same. Shopify was one of them. Etsy was the same. Another website where I could just sell clothes, make clothing, sell them. I was trying to make clothes like using my computer, trying to make clothes, and then another website you can sell like different supplements, protein bottles and stuff like that. I did that for a little bit, but like I would post. I would just I would get my chunk on the websites, but it was just like I would have to promote, and then I have to throw it on social media and just try to get that attention from people. Um, I didn't necessarily know how to. I was still kind of learning how to do this thing, did do this stuff. I really didn't know too much about it. I was still doing research, but all I did was just post it on my website. I just posted on the websites, and then I didn't really promote it as much. I did promote it on Twitter, but that's the only platform I even posted like my stuff on, the stuff that I made. Like that's the only thing I really put it on. I didn't really feel too comfortable posting it because um I knew it really wouldn't do too much because I didn't really have a following. I didn't really have any audience, and I knew I really wouldn't get too much attention. But I was just still kind of trying it out, and I made stuff. I just posted on the website. But I didn't really do too much promotion. I didn't really do too much promotion. It's either I had to buy it or I just did it organically. but I still try to figure out how to do it. But and then I also got into faceless YouTube. So I made like I had like two account. I think I had two YouTube pages. I named one Acorn Nomads. It's a weird name. And then another one I made. No, I think it was just that one channel. But that channel, I ended up switching it to my vlog channel. It's my name and my last name. So that channel, I ended up erasing all the videos, and then now that's my vlog channel. Um, so I did faceless YouTube for a good minute. I did that for probably 2 months, maybe. I did faceless YouTube for like 2 months. I stopped doing it because I did get views, but I just stopped doing it because I didn't really have the money, and then I didn't really have good enough tech. I didn't have the money, and then I didn't really have good tech to keep doing it, so I just stopped. Even though I had a little Microsoft computer, I still could have done it, but I had to pay subscriptions for the stuff I was using for thumbnails and then for the editing, and I didn't really want to use my money towards that. I kind of just wanted to save it and then use it for whatever. So I just stopped doing it. Then right after that, I kind of just saved up money for a setup. Um, but I I actually, because like now I think about it, it's not like I wasn't doing anything. There was times where I was just hanging out with bro. There was times I was just chilling, relaxing, but then I was also, you know, trying to start building and trying to start somewhere toward just trying to start building and leaning towards making a living of myself. So, and I forgot all about that. And that's something I just been too focused on the wrong idea. I've been too focused on the wrong ideas of like of the perception of my life. So it was like so I did faceless YouTube, and then I try to get into opening up I try to open up making I tried making and open up a couple of businesses. And I did all of this within the course of like 5 to 6 months. But I needed money to invest in it. But I could say that I was always doing something. I always tried something. Excuse me. But I can really sincerely say that I've always tried and I always did something. And I didn't just like those things. Um, Only having trying to open your own business is huge. Doing YouTube is huge. Like, like I never spent any of my time being average. I never spent any of my time being average, and I should be really proud of myself because I know who I am. Um, but then of course of those 5 to 6 months, that's what I was doing, and then I started making my YouTube videos in the January of 2024. I started uploading Road Company and Apex. I did that for a good month, and then I got laid off from Walmart, and then I kind of stopped for a little bit. I still did it, but then I stopped posting every day, and then because I was still trying to make my Shopify business work. I still try to like do research and trying to open this up. I was like doing research and trying to open this store up and trying to make this work. I stopped doing it because I know I needed money to invest in this stuff. So, and then I had to make videos to promote the products on apps and stuff like that. But I was just like, I know that takes a lot of money, so I stopped. But then like I got a new job, worked at Lowe's, and then from that point I didn't really post that much on I didn't really post that much on my YouTube because I would get too tired. I would get too tired from that job. Like it was so much I was doing there. But yeah, I would get too tired, and then like I would be in the for the position that I was in on that job. I was outside all shift for 8 to 9 hours. I would be outside. My skin would fry to crisp. My skin would fry to crisp, and then like I was outside handling mulch. I was outside handling wheat straw. I was outside handling soil, bricks, and freaking wood the whole freaking day. And it was just stressing me to freak out. It was stressing me out, and then I was like, I'm too like drained for to do anything. Cause I was outside, and I chose that position, but like I was outside like that whole shift. Most of those shifts that I got outside the whole dang day, and then like I'll be so exhausted. I don't know how I did that, and I did that for like maybe, but like my hours were decreased, so it was like it went from like 8 to 9 to 7 to 8, 7 to 6, 6 to 5, 5 to 4, 4 to 3. It decreased over time, but I think I did that for like maybe 3 months of me being there, because I only stayed there for like 5 months. So like I think like 3 months of me being there, I I was in that predicament, and like I don't know how I did that, but if I was to do it now, boy, if I was to do it now, I'll be fucking boy. I'll probably be so much worse. I'll probably be way much worse if I was to still do it. If I was still to do that, bro. I don't know. Cause that was not it, bro. Working in that, it was so dang hot. Like it was crazy. That was crazy. But I would kind of start. I started vlogging at that point, vlogging here and there, like uploading. But then I was still kind of. I made like a couple. I made like some skits maybe, and then like I would vlog because it was getting to a point where like I might just vlog this since like I'm here. I don't want to be here. Let me just pull out the camera and start vlogging a day of life, or just vlog whatever on the page on the channel. But and then I ended up going back to school that same year in August, and then I didn't have my setup for a while, so I wasn't really posting anything. But I was kind of just doing school, learning some stuff, and then I think that's where I just start. I think at that point That's where I started to develop my work ethic, like just getting stuff done on time, stop procrastinating, and then just to stop wasting time, and then just to stop kind of wasting my day away, wasting my time, and then kind of develop to me just to stop doing things at the last minute. Even though I kind of still do that here and there, but I kind of learned to stop doing stuff last minute. So like that's where I kind of developed my work ethic from. Uh, Kind of ashamed that I learned that so late, but it's fine. We're all human, but at the same time, it's not something to be shameful about. It's not something to be shameful. My voice. It's not something to be ashamed about. I was posting here and there. Like, mind you, I was doing school, and then I had a job, which I currently work at still. I was doing school, I had a job, and then I was still doing my YouTube. And I was kind of, it took up, and then both of those things kind of took up a lot of time. With this job and then school, it took up most of that time, and I didn't really have enough time to work on my videos. I didn't really have enough, I didn't create enough time to work on my videos. So that was one thing. But I never wasted any of my time. I was always doing something. And then that's what I should be more appreciative about. But just having that mindset to, like, always try and always be productive. And just to not be comfortable, to not ever get comfortable. Because there is point in times in your life where, like, you're going to be in a predicament where you feel like you're going to fail. Not where you feel like you're going to fail, but where you're going to struggle, and it's not the time to be comfortable. It's not the time to not do anything with yourself. Like, I know in my situation, I couldn't just see myself not doing anything, sitting around, play games all day, sit on my scroll on my phone all day, sleep, and then nap, go out all the time, party, smoke, drink, or just like chase whatever, chase attention. Because I know most of that stuff is like being comfortable, being average, or just watch TV and movies all day. If I can recall the last time I've relaxed and chilled, I was in a dorm room, and it was like the first week of classes. I was sitting in that chair, and I looked a mess, and I looked a mess. I was watching movies and TV shows all day, and I was eating a whole bunch of junk food that my cousin gave me. I ate all of it. I ate all that junk food. And then, like, that same night, that same day, later that night, I'm sitting here like, I'm never doing this anymore. Hold on. Sorry. That same day, at night, in my mind, I'm like, I am never doing this again. My voice keep fucking cracking. Do this again. Like, my God. That same day, that same night, in my mind, I was like, I'm never doing this again. I was like, I am never doing this again. Like, this is the last time I'm ever gonna do this. That's what I told myself. And that from that day forward, I don't think I've ever did it. I don't think I've ever relaxed, chilled, been average, or just like to be not do anything with myself. I think that was the last time I've ever done that. Cause I was just sitting here like, I need to stop doing this. And I was like, I'm not doing this again. I'm never doing this again. That's crazy. Because, like, it's never been a time where I was just laying in bed scrolling my phone. Cause I was at a point in my life where I did do that. But I didn't do it every day. Like, I wasn't that type of person that was doing it every day. Like, not doing anything with myself. It was here and there. Like, rarely I would just be like doing absolutely nothing. It was real times. But yeah, it's been working for the past couple of months. So be appreciative of who you are, cause that's what gives you that separation. That's what separates you. Knowing who you are, knowing your real self. Always try and always keep yourself productive, so you don't end up feeling sorry for yourself, ashamed, or just having those negative thoughts about yourself.
It took me so long to cut my fucking hair because I snipped my damn
It
ear.
took so long to cut